This is the hard-ass principal at the school, who immediately closed everything down and pretended it was a big nothing. This is the chemistry teacher who took a bunch of photos of the event, and then her camera was confiscated. And up here we have two teachers, an English professor, Claude Miller, and Andrew Greenwood. Now these are two young guys at the time, and they were friends with each other, they knew each other. Andrew Greenwood looks like a young Hagrid. This is sort of an origin story of these guys. And then on the left, could be a young Dumbledore, less gay. Or he actually looks like Tom Riddle, but he's not evil. It's Claude Miller. He actually didn't see the UFOs because he was taking a tea break. But he heard the commotion and he came out, and his fellow teacher, Andrew Greenwood, came running up to him saying, "Did you see it? Did you see it?"
I went into the staff room. Because I knew I wouldn't have a chance to have a cup of tea any other time, I went to get a cup of tea. And then because I was a smoker, and this is something that has stayed with me for 42 years,
yes,
I lit up a cigarette. And so I don't know how much I delayed before I went outside. I see Andrew Greenwood, the science teacher, coming towards me, and he said, "Did you see it? Did you see it?" And he pointed up in the air, and I said, "No, see what?" I have a very, very clear picture of him, and I remember almost exactly what he said. And he said it was up in the sky, it moved at incredible speeds, it hovered, it seemed to go away, and there seemed to be light planes. He thought Cessnas he thought they were actually checking it out from the Roman airport, and they were circling around it.
Andrew Greenwood was told by school officials, government officials, military officials, that he cannot talk about what he saw that day. He was told in no uncertain terms that if he were to talk about this, they would fire him. He would lose his career, and he would be deemed to be crazy or a drunk. His life would be in a state of ruination if he were to continue to talk about this, because remember, he did initially talk to reporters about this. And for many decades, he didn't talk about it. There was no public address from Andrew Greenwood. He just went on, lived his life. But eventually, they made a documentary called The Phenomenon, and they convinced him he agreed to come forward and speak about what he saw that day, provided that he remain anonymous, or that they didn't show his face on camera. Now, he said that in his late 70s. In his late 70s, he still did not want his reputation to be sullied by coming forward and admitting this. That is how deeply ingrained the fear was and the cover-up, because the cover-up worked. No one's heard of this story. It was suppressed the entire time. And only now, post-2005, when they built this Facebook group and the witnesses come forward, only now is there momentum where enough people have come forward. But specifically, it's not just that 180 of the kid witnesses came forward and now they're grandparents. It's the fact that Andrew Greenwood, the science teacher, who was an integral part to all of this and was clearly there that day, he came forward. And here's what he said.
At the Westall school in Australia, several hundred students saw an object hovering over this power line tower on their athletic field, an event they vividly recall 50 years later.
A student came into the classroom, "Oh, there's flying saucers in the oval, there's flying saucers." And everybody ran out. And I remember the fear and the hysteria of all the students.
I couldn't believe it because what I was seeing wasn't possible.
It was vertical, horizontal, move away from us, back towards us, appear somewhere else.
My God, but it was exciting.
It was like that, and then all of a sudden it just turned on its side, and I could see that it was a round disc.
The children saw the disc begin to descend into this wooded reserve at the end of the school's running path.
I ran towards the corner of the school, jumped the fence and ran towards where it looked as though it went down into the trees, and then stopped dead because it was right in front of me on the ground. Like a disc with a slight rise in the middle. I also heard a low sort of a humming noise, and I felt a bit of a heat coming off it as well. And it started to take off pretty well straight away. It had all bluey purple lights around the bottom. Don't remember seeing any windows. and it took off to about probably 4 or 5 metres in the air and then turned on its side and just went zoom straight up so fast that there's just nothing even nowadays that could go that fast.
Shortly after the object departed, the authorities converged on the school.
We had Army, Air Force, police down there cordoning off the area to prevent any of us entering the area or disturbing anything.
We got called to assembly. The headmaster said, "You have not seen this. You do not talk about it. You'll be in trouble if you do."
For the first time ever, the school science teacher agreed to describe what he saw that day, providing we concealed his identity.
It was not a mirage. There was something physical in the sky. It was silver. It could hover. It could move slowly. It could move very rapidly. Eventually, it moved away to the other side of the oval and down behind some pine trees. I was not then, nor ever have been, able to use my knowledge of the world, nor my scientific training, to provide a rational explanation.
What he said next sheds light on why the school's staff have remained silent all these years.
I was a knock on the door one night. 2 older men, one in uniform, asked for my description of what I'd seen. I was then told that I hadn't seen anything, that I'd made it all up, possibly because I was drunk, and that they would have to report that fact to the education department and I would lose my job. After that, I was told that I would be prosecuted under the Official Secrets Act, and I was told that there wasn't anything there when I knew there was, and that I had to keep quiet about it.
After he did that documentary, they had an anniversary, and bolstered by the fact that every other eyewitness has come forward, Andrew Greenwood felt more comfortable to the point where he went on camera. Here he is, Mr. Greenwood, Mr. Greenwood, Mr. Greenwood explaining to us what happened that day.
You're not crazy. The world is. Join the flying monkeys.